Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Welcome to your June 2026 tarot message. Your first quantum code is about forgiveness. And I feel like you've been focusing on yourself, adhering to this energy of like setting new intentions for yourself or just focusing on a brand new beginning, new start, right? So it is 33 space 45 space 10101. And to help you to stay restrained when everything tests you, because it feels like you've been having a lot of energy that wants to come towards you. Um, it's not that everything wants to cause you delay. I wouldn't say that, or like negativity. I just feel here that energetically it could just be like a lot of things at once that's just coming on to Capricorn energy this month. It's 04 space 73 space 732. All right. And for acceptance of the hierarchy of divine intervention, some of you guys, you may need to be patient, or you know that, like, let's say you have a lot of things that's happening to relatives around you and things are really good for you, but like I said, you know of people who are going through a lot of situations during this time. You know that there's going to be a lot of healing that may come over your family, for example, but not necessarily completely yourself. You have the energy of 21 space 36 space 521. It could be that a family member of yours is somebody that you've been thinking about heavily during this time, and it'll actually help for things to move smoother in your life if you have this blessing that comes in. And it seems like the Most High is guiding you to do this. Okay, so it's going to work out favorably for you. Capricorn, with this Wheel of Fortune that you get the Six of Wands. So you do have an assured victory that comes in for you early on in the month here. After the 10th, I'm getting here that there's going to be a calm assurity. And through this calm assurity, it's like victory is assured because you're so relaxed, anxiety free. And it feels like your energy has been able to open up and do some inner child work and reflection work. And so because you're like, it's giving no doubts, I'm just a girl kind of energy, even if you're a guy. It's like that chilling out, you can't be messed with, you can't be intimidated or brought down. You could just be like trying to focus on a new wardrobe or getting yourself together. I feel like you're going to be meeting like-minded individuals or people who find that they are tickled or fascinated by something that you do. You have this energy of looking forward to the future. People are looking forward to getting to know you, investing in you, supporting you. And I also get here, you're getting a wardrobe that's going to be supporting you with what you'll do next in your endeavors. There's something here that's very important that you're going to be pursuing very soon. And so that's something that you may think about, because sometimes it's like, when you go to certain areas, you may feel like you don't have what you need, what you want, or all of what you feel like you desire in order to make something work. It feels like you're going to be piecing things together, but you're not going to like force anything. And I also see here you're appreciating what you have. It feels like it's something that you could be reading upon that's like encouraging you to do this, but you endorse this because I feel like there's something that you see about this that's true. It doesn't mean that you're not completely open to new things. It just feels like if you know that you're decluttering during this time, you don't want to immediately go out and buy tons of stuff right after, right? So it just feels like when you distinguish what it is that you do want, it's like, how do I jazz this up, if you will? So you could be looking for accessories or things to go with other things that you have, Capricorn, this month. But overall, you're focusing on your independence, on setting new goals for yourself. You could be healing or recovering from a situation that didn't serve you with somebody here who um, you may have felt like was physically not the best to you, or emotionally, mentally exhaustive. Okay. It feels like a situation that you didn't want to give to, or you had to question the worth of. And so with the way in which you move, it feels like communication is going to come in quickly, or you're going to have fast favor. Okay, Capricorn, fast favor is not necessarily the worst favor, because I feel like somebody was already curious or unsure of why they had something going for a very long time anyway, because your character or your demeanor is different than what somebody perceived it as. And I feel like this is in a positive way. Hmm. You have somebody here who's been thinking about you a whole lot, wants to communicate a whole lot with you. I wouldn't be surprised if this person carries Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in their chart somewhere. And they could have some fire, specifically Leo placements in their chart. This person has some sexual and sensual feelings for you, but it feels like they're able to emotionally put it to the side because there's other things that they want to tell you. This person may want to apologize to you around the 18th through the 21st. It feels here because you've moved on effortlessly from a situation and you're not giving the situation as much time as they thought. You have the Hermit here twice, okay? Hermit here, and then you have the Hermit here. This person feels like there's a grievance that they have to mend. And I feel like everything is completely malleable in a situation, but this person worries. This person worries because they know that once you detach from situations, Capricorn, that you're already a hot commodity and a total catch. You could be a master at something with the Magician coming through here. And I also get that you do carry in separation to this creativity, this profession that you have, the way in which you carry yourself. It feels like more than that. You also have this sensual magic, this sexual magic, this thing in which somebody is now regretting you moving away because of. But I also get where there could be distance that separates you and somebody else who may want to get closer to you. But I feel like you haven't been giving this energy time of day, Capricorn. And I feel like somebody wants to know why, or is wanting to, like, they could care less about your excuse. It feels like. Yeah, with the Ace of Grains, look, like there's somebody here who wants to have some new opportunity with you, one in which they feel like is worth the investment. I feel like this person completely sees you as a catch, their total choice, their end all be all, and worthwhile. There's something about Capricorn's energy that also shows that later on in the month, you're going to be feeling this energy of abundance, blessings, or security, okay? Somebody's going to be bringing up your abundance, your blessings, and somebody who has to acknowledge that maybe they were treating you like a magician, like playing you in the reverse. They're going to be getting in trouble for something in which they've done to you, and it has something to do with the Eight of Cups and justice. So this could be somebody who was avoiding jail time or scrutiny, or somebody here who wanted to be walking away from you, somebody who abandoned a situation and left you frustrated while you needed to go heal. You did the right thing. You did the right timing clauses with situations. You gave somebody enough time, and now justice is here. Okay, so this isn't happening like to you. This is happening for you. Okay, Capricorn, is that you get something here where somebody's going to be forced to acknowledge what they haven't done, because something can get too trivial if you allow them to go on cyclically. Because you have 11, 8, 11. Okay, that's very divine. And then you have 12, 12 here. All right. So you have 12, 12, and then 11, 8, 11. Those are all divine symbols of like hope, faith, and having freedom from situations that are really like toxic or karmic, negative, things that don't serve your highest good, being led to a higher path that's going to lead you to a higher calling, even following the guides and the stars, maybe even the intuition that maybe is not visible to the divine eyes, right? But I get this vibration here that you're going to be led by things that are supernatural, okay, Capricorn? And Most High is wanting to prepare you to do this without worrying about how others are going to view you. Matter of fact, you could care less, because everything that you're doing is for yourself. When it comes to your oracle, you even got set goals. Get a beautiful planner that inspires you and write down your dreams and goals. Then promise yourself that you will make them come true. This is about personalization. So no wonder we're seeing the Hermit here twice, and writing. Copywriting is the art of persuasion. Learn how to craft words that speak to the heart of your ideal clients. So when it comes to business matters and things like that, there's going to be something here, whether it's a quote, whether it's something that you live your day to day by, that you feel like is necessary to write out. It's going to take heed into your professional life, where you could be displaying this to other people. You could be showing people where you found your way. Okay. But this inspiration that you carry with you is going to leave you separated from people who felt like you weren't wise enough. You weren't self-conscious. You weren't interconnected all that way with what you had going on. You weren't able to weave through what you needed in order to make yourself prominent or significant in an area. I feel like you're able to step away from all of those beliefs or limitations in which somebody wanted to put on you. And with cosmic unity, you're able to put yourself out there where people like you, they like coming to you. Okay. It says explore spiritual texts or practices that speak to the interconnectedness of all life. Okay. So you have some similarities to Sagittarius. Excuse me. Sagittarius, I said again in that message, like I wasn't surprised with how low the views were because Sagittarius energy had Hermit majorly too, and it was all about them just getting into a book, focusing on self, focusing on being by themselves because they have serious things that are going on. If you have those placements in your chart, check it out. It is informative as fuck when it comes to some things in which you need to do though during this time. It's not just reminders, it's more about like with the time that you didn't recognize that you had, the things that you could be focusing on and doing, because it's going to get you out of a challenging predicament. Then you have 8 immortals here, number 9 from the Kuan Yin deck that comes out. So you have this energy here of coexistence, okay, with other energies, but it may not be in the way in which you thought, all right? This is the energy of you also having multiple lives, if you will, or the opportunity for you to take advantage of opportunities that come towards you and arise. In this, you have the opportunity to receive tons of victories, like it says before. We did have the Six of Wands, and this confirms it again that you do have the opportunity for victories, but it comes through in the way of peace and sensuality. So, for example, take note of flutes, take note of the energy of harmony. How does it relate to the energy around you in an environment and how you are able to receive your victories, Capricorn? Because there's something about how the ambiance is around you, how feng shui it is, how cleansed things are, how organized things are, how you therefore take all of that and then use it within a perception of mind and how you handle things during this month. How is all of that affecting you in order to get to this immortality clause, this energy of feeling invincible? Because in order to feel this invincible to its utmost degree, it feels like you will need to go ahead and do a little bit of delving in the personal manner, studying up a little bit, getting to know some things. If you feel like you're like not wanting to connect with everybody, I get it. I totally understand. But of course, you're going to have people that you are like, you may have a soulmate during this time, or you may want to know more about your soulmate, or if it's not that you have a soulmate or something like that, it could be an animal that's coming through as a spirit to you. But I'm using the Charming Fools and True Lovers with a mix of the Wild Soul Oracles in order to take a look a little bit more into this, because you do have 8 immortals. I'm curious to see if maybe this person, if you do have a soulmate that comes out, if they are connected to this in any way, shape, or form. You guys have a good amount. I'm here for it. You guys may give to a foundation here where it comes to seahorses and whales as well. Okay. Some of you guys, this could be something that you do like on your taxes at a certain time of year, and maybe you don't remember it all the time. But I feel here that they're very grateful, very appreciative of your energy. They're also giving you the opportunity to go through a reset, to look at where you've been, where you're going, and also helping you to gravitationally pull down to downloads in which you may receive. Now, in these downloads in which you may receive, they may feel different this time around than, let's say, if we got it from the Animal Spirit Oracle, where it's more in the water and it's more in depth. This is more Seven of Cups energy. This is enlightenment. This is curiosity. This is expansion of the mind. This is the ability to see past all of the fluff in the sky here so that you can kind of create and paint your own imagery or idea. I wouldn't be surprised if you're using blue as your neutral, for example, Capricorn. You could be taking an idea that may not be so traditional and turning it more traditional with a modern spin. But for your soulmate here that you have coming through, This person may be great with buildings, or they have one beautiful standing building that could be very important or prominent with them, with their demeanor, with their personality, how people know them. Okay, this person could have just gotten a new home too. It's also a sub message that I'm getting. All of these were sub messages so far. But you have the architect, thoughtful and precise, great at layouts, bad at laying out emotions. I feel like your person, I don't know why, whoa, maybe they do have Libra in their chart and could be a Scorpio. Dude, that hit my mind mad heavy. And a beluga could be important. Maybe this person loves dolphins or they like Universal Studios. Sometimes I think they have the belugas out there, if I'm not mistaken. Not all the time. Like they may have like outings like this, but it just depends on the weather or something like that. But you have beluga and communication. You have the crow and you have the boar bravery. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that this person may have had a plan or idea recently when it came to their home, had to rebuild something, structure something. They're very loyal. Okay, they're very loyal, but I feel like they're not painted as loyal. Okay, and I feel like who is the celebrity that I'm getting who may have went through a similar controversy like this, like when it comes to their love life. I'm getting like the weekend, where like people couldn't necessarily put their finger on it for a long time of how or why the weekend may have had like a more controversial reputation when it came to the love department, because if you looked at some of the women that he was dating, figuratively, by popular vote, not just my personal opinion, because this is not me at all, like with this belief, a lot of the people that he connected with, people would say didn't already have the best demeanor as it is, kind of had more of a there's something about each one of these relationships that gave red flag. Okay, that could be the thing and why they stated that maybe the weekend isn't, the most mature or something like that. But they could give off vibes that they're ready for a real commitment or relationship. Okay, and so there's something here with the vibration of fixer upper in this. Okay, there's something where your true person has done some sort of deductive reasoning where they recognize they used to do this in relationships, commitments. There's something here about they're really broke that's coming through. Their exes that they used to deal with are falling from grace, if you will. This is another clue into how you'll know that this is your person. And instead of using that fixer upper energy like they would to commitments, I'm hearing J. Cole's Don't Save Her. Okay, like they're tired of doing that. So they've invested in it in their home, in their living spaces. Maybe they're even going to see some sand dune places, or somebody's ex is a board. Like, and no, I'm not shading. Like, there's an area out in the Middle East, and it's board-like area. Somebody may be on the outskirts in some part of their background, and why they flee to another area where you can't see where their family was in dishonor, but their family has a huge dishonor on it. This person went after this other person. Okay, if you're a cross watcher for a Capricorn, if that is happening here, I'm seeing vibrationally, you need to be very careful with who you was fucking with, because you're the reason why you're not with your Capricorn yet. You need to clean off around your knob areas a little bit more, wipe them off, baby clean them off. I mean, like, wipe it down. Okay, we are in Atlanta. Wipe it down. Okay, not me, because I'm not, I'm not in trouble. I'm Capricorn. All right, but y'all need the pull up type of thing happen. You need to take care of that. Wipe all of that down, because that's nasty. For real, you got broke on you, and it's falling from grace, but been broke and smelt broke as such. Like, intuitively, people may have been very aware of how down somebody was before other people really caught on to it, and somebody's been able to predict for a long time, so they're very ashamed. And a bit embarrassed, honestly, and could explain a lot why they didn't want to necessarily be around you. Let's get a little bit like less hummy though, and a little bit like more sensual Capricorn. So what are some messages that you may need to share when it comes to this new soulmate energy that's coming in? Oh, Future card, I'll love you forever and I'll love you forever. Um, this is actually when you have like a double. So there's double of these that's coming through. That's, oh, Capricorn, they said, Capricorn, you just need to put a leg up in the air. A couple of legs up in the air. You want to know why I said a couple legs up in the air? We got a couple of kind of cards that are coming out for Capricorn. Imagine all of that. It's a lot of the boy says, the girl says, so it's a lot of the hetero things happening, but it can also be some LGBTQIA swinging things going on up in here too. 3, 4, maybe even in this whole. It's how Capricorn is feeling. I'm not tripping. Y'all gotta get somebody wants some more of you already. Y'all been the ones. Well, the cinnamon rolls pop with y'all is what it's given. The biscuits pop with y'all. And the question here, um, from Emotive Veering, it says, what were your parents' marriage dynamics like growing up, and how has that shaped your views on relationship today or on relationships today? So Capricorn, even though you putting out and you putting legs up in the air sometimes instead of hands, because what we need there, unless you know, you got a certain way in which you two trains titty fucking the titty boys and girls, right? Unless you doing all of that, like it's giving that somebody is wanting to see you do something unique and special. Somebody is demanding your attention. And I did have a beautiful oh, that's where the fuck it went. It fell on the floor. I was like, where the fuck did the motherfucker go? Because I know I just had it. Now, let's see, because I don't want to mess the other cards up because it kind of has like these little things in which gets on it. But boy says, use your hands to intimately explore and caress my body. So this what man needs to do. He needs to tell you to use your hands to intimately explore and caress his body. Okay, so he's in need of deep touch. All right, and I feel here that a lot of you guys, you may need that as well, but not as much as this person does. And you need kisses, baby. It says, woman says, cover me with sloppy wet kisses, unless you are the masculine here. And then, which, never mind, you need to reverse what I just said. All right. But yeah, you also need to get laid, Capricorn. So the next thing that it's saying that you need to do after you finish getting them kisses is penetrate me while I lay on a countertop sofa or an ottoman. Right. Like, hi, my name is, my name is, all of that. Like, tell your kids don't sit on that shit. All right. They don't need to know what happened though. And he needs to impersonate a French maid. They'll service you sexually. You need all that. All right. Like all of that. All of that churned, all of it buttered, all of it working well. And so it seems like it's going to go on and on from there. So yeah, I'm nervous. Like, don't be procreate things you don't want right now at this particular moment. You need more moments like this, before you go in for the kill. Remind somebody of that because it says y'all need to do this again. I'm not playing. This is the repetition card. This is the repetition card. So I'm not mad at this before play that leads to something, you know, post play because it's going to lead to it. Okay, Capricorn, you are like the beautiful tape in which we pray never goes bad. All right, Capricorn, those were your messages. I often pray that this did resonate with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, share, and subscribe. I would love to read for your energy. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Take care and make sure that you stay safe out here in these spiritual streets. Love and light to you guys. May you be blessed. Love and light. Bye. Y'all